What's up, everybody? It's Alex from Heavy New York, invading California for NAMM 2019, and today we are here with Per of Scar Symmetry. Thank you for your time.
Hey everyone, how are you? How are you?
I'm great. It's great to be here. Final day at NAMM.
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
imagine everybody's exhausted, right?
Yeah, but I've been sleeping like a baby, so I feel pretty good actually.
Really?
Yeah,
There's no such thing as sleep here.
well, it was for me.
But you're working on the Singularity Phase 2 now. How has the making of it been?
It's been a long time coming, and I've been working on it for a couple of years. Since like there were some other things that happened in my life. I started playing with Meshuggah as their live guitar player, so then I took some time off from doing the Scar Symmetry stuff. But all the songs are written, recorded, like all the drums and rhythm guitars and lead guitars. Like basically, it's like 90% done. It's like lead guitars, synthesizers, and mixing left to do, and then I'll be done.
Awesome. How different of like a mind frame as a guitarist is it playing with Meshuggah versus Scar Symmetry?
Well, Meshuggah is so rhythm oriented, like it's so the rhythms are so complicated. It's like existing in a very different musical universe. Whereas everything in Scar Symmetry is based on like melody, and more traditional riffings.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff that is goes for both bands, but
Yeah. It's funny because Scar Symmetry is very heavy and melodic, and you take a song like The Alimony or Morphogenesis or Artificial Sun Projection. It's like a death metal song mixed with a symphonic song. And being that you have two vocalists, how do you decide who sings over what?
well, usually like when I write a song, I write the guitar riffs and then like the instrumental stuff first. And sometimes I already have an idea for what the vocals are going to be like, but other times I come up with it, when like in the studio, like last thing we do when we record the vocals. But I try to, do a good mix of it, especially songs that I know like this song is going to be a like good song to play live. Then I want to mix it up so, one guy doesn't have to wait for the other one for 4 minutes before he does his thing,
Yeah.
And also because it's kind of our style to, have that interaction and an exchange between them.
Yeah, definitely.
But also, it's like from a compositional standpoint, it's really cool to have these two kinds of very different vocal flavors. That you have the growl vocals versus the melodic vocals, because when I write a song, I can just like come up with the coolest riffs and that I can. I don't have to worry too much about what the vocals are going to be, because if I have a riff that I can't really come up with a good melody, I just put growl vocals on it, and when I have a riff where I have a lot of melodic ideas, I just have Lars sing some melodies. So
Yeah. I've always said it was like a Cannibal Corpse doing a duet with Camelot, kind of like that. Maybe a little too extreme, but
yeah, I think I said something like that in an interview, something like it's like Cannibal Corpse having a love child with Toto being delivered by Dream Theater.
you gotta like make those song lyrics somehow. Just somehow work it in there.
Yeah.
And two more questions I have. Are you guys from Gothenburg, Sweden? Are you from that scene or?
No.
Okay.
We're based in like we started out being based in a town called Gävle and a town called Avesta, which is like north of Stockholm. So we're not really connected to either the Stockholm or Gothenburg scene.
Okay.
So it's a different thing.
Okay. So, because I was gonna ask you like if it was easier to start Scar Symmetry in Sweden just because it's such a metal capital. We just interviewed Olaf from The Haunted, and he says like it's crazy in Gothenburg, but I was wondering if it was just as easy for you guys.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't really feel connected, to those scenes. I know some of the people, but I didn't when we started.
Yeah. And the final question I'd like to ask you is, I just do a quick rundown of your gear of choice. What's your weapon that you use on stage?
Well, I use Strandberg guitars, like the headless, cool-looking guitars. So I've been playing those guitars for like 6 years now. So I play 7 strings in Scar Symmetry, and also in Nocturnal Rise that I'll play with now. And with Meshuggah, they have built me a few 8 strings.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Does that hurt at all? Those 8-string guitars? Those necks are like ginormous.
Yeah, they are. My Strandbergs, they are designed to be ergonomic, so which helps a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a different beast from 6 and 7 strings for sure.
Yeah.
And it took me a while to, like get it down.
Yeah. And like, do you, in terms of like your amps, do you have to like have your amp settings to like fit like both a heavy and melodic sound?
Well, I guess, and like in Scar Symmetry, we've been using Line 6 pods, like for a long time. So we actually use like pretty old technology, and like I guess it's the same stuff that Meshuggah used back in the day, but now they went on to use Axe effects. So we toured with Axe effects.
Yeah, everybody's using those.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before we go, I want to thank you so much for your time. You said you're working on the Singularity Part 2. Can we be expecting a release date, or is there anything else you would like to promote in terms of tour with any of the bands you're in?
Well, I don't have a release date for Phase 2-1, but it's definitely going to be this year. Like people have been bugging me about it for a long time. So sorry everyone for taking so long, but it's near completion now, so it's going to be out this year. And then since I joined Meshuggah, I haven't really had the time to tour a lot with Scar Symmetry, but we're gonna break our hiatus in late March to go on a couple of Finland shows. We're doing the close-up cruise in the Baltic Sea, and then we're going to Japan for the first time.
Awesome.
For 4 shows, which is gonna be awesome. Really, really cool. I was in Japan with Meshuggah, like 1.5 years ago. I was there with Nocturnal Rise last year, and it's just such a cool place to be. So, can't wait to get there with Scar Symmetry.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing all the Meshuggah shows this year.
With Black Dahlia Murder?
Yeah.
Yep. I'll be at the New York City show.
Right on.
Yeah. But thank you so much, Per. I really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Everybody, Per of Scar Symmetry, Singularity Phase 2 will be out sooner than you think. Catch him on tour with Meshuggah and the Black Dahlia Murder. We'll see you next time on Heavy New York, everybody.